wants to see. Pacquiao, the pound-for-pound king, on a quest to be the best.
Manny Pacquiao, a tsunami.
Cotto, world champion with bone-crushing power, determined to capture the throne.
This is why we use the word sensation.
When heroes collide, legends are born. Pacquiao versus Cotto, Saturday, November 14th, live on pay-per-view. Every boxer dreams of greatness, but only a select few achieve it. For Manny Pacquiao, that time is now.
Manny Pacquiao's on the cusp of every historical step in the ladder you can have. He's on the cusp, dare I say it, of a 7th championship in 7 weight classes, and keeps moving up. And he doesn't look like he's suffering from the extra weight. In fact, if anything, he looks better with every fight.
2 years ago, would you ever have thought that he would have gotten into the ring with Oscar De La Hoya, let alone beat Oscar De La Hoya at 147 pounds? Nobody would have thought that. I mean, it's an incredible story.
Right, for Pacquiao, who started out at 106, usually you lose a little bit moving up. Your punches aren't as powerful when you fight these so-called bigger fighters. But if anything, Pacquiao seems to be getting stronger as he moves up in weight. His knockout over Ricky Hatton was devastating.
Fails to surprise me with what he brings to the table. It's always a little better than I thought.
Hatton down again.
And now
He might be out this time. That's it. Ricky Hatton is done. Knocked out in the 2nd round by Manny Pacquiao. Is there any question that he is the best fighter in the world right now?
He's more than a phenomenon. This man is history in the making.
World welterweight champion Miguel Cotto hopes to make his own history by stopping Pacquiao's seemingly unstoppable rise to greatness.
The thing that stands out to me about Miguel Cotto is just his tenacity. I mean, you go back to that Joshua Clottey fight, his last fight, and here's a guy who has every reason to throw in the towel.
Accidental headbutt, says referee Arthur McCarthy.
And that is
nasty.
I think that's the thing that's most impressive is just his heart, his courage, and his determination.
Miguel Cotto impresses me with his tenacity and his ability to adjust in a fight. A lot of people saw him as basically a slugger early on, but against Shane Mosley, he showed he can box. So I think Cotto's a guy who can adjust during a fight. Doesn't matter how much he's getting hit, how much he's hurt, he's going to fight through the fight and see if he can pull it out in the end.
Miguel Cotto comes at you. I mean, he's strong. Miguel Cotto comes right at you and throws body punches from hell. He also is always the aggressor. And 90% of the time, he's on top of you. And I don't know if you call it ring generalship or aggressiveness. It's Cotto. The heck with all those titles. He is one strong brawler.
Both Miguel Cotto and Manny Pacquiao are aware of what is at stake when they meet.
I think it's the biggest fight of my career. Every fight is important, but this one has something else.
This fight is, it's very important to me because this is my 7 times, belt, and it's a very important to me because 90 million of Filipinos hoping for this victory, and I know they want to see a good fight.
The fight the world wants to see. Pacquiao, the pound-for-pound king, on a quest to be the best.
Manny Pacquiao, a tsunami.
Cotto, world champion with bone-crushing power, determined to capture the throne.
This is why we use the word sensation.
When heroes collide, legends are born. Pacquiao versus Cotto, Saturday, November 14th, live on pay-per-view.
Puerto Rico, the Philippines, these are their fighters. It's not just fighters fighting. It's fighters fighting for countries. This is a worldwide event. And it's why boxing is so exciting to see two men in the ring representing their countries and their countries backing them 110%.
Miguel Cotto continues his country's proud fighting tradition. As a pro, Cotto quickly earned his first championship belt. Despite his early success, Puerto Rico's rich boxing history loomed large.
But he's a guy that the Puerto Rican fan base has really embraced because of his talent and his ability in the ring. That has to be admired, and I think they've come to love and respect him for that.
That's why Cotto continues to draw every time he fights in New York's Madison Square Garden. Fighting in the legendary arena on the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade has become a sacred tradition for both Cotto and his fans. Last June against former world champ Joshua Cotto, Cotto showed his valor and desire, powering through 12 rounds and winning despite a horrific gash above his eye.
Well, a lot of boxers would have probably reasoned down, told their corners to, quit because of the pounding, the cut, the blood. But Miguel Cotto didn't quit.
I think Cotto showed two things against Cotto. One, that he's still Miguel Cotto despite the beating he took against Margarito. And two, that he's still the determined fighter who can adjust in a fight, who can defeat a very tough opponent in a very tough fight.
When you say Cotto, you're talking about a boxer who epitomizes not just courage and determination and grit, but heart. Look at the Cotto fight. He's cut, he's ahead, he can dance his way to victory, and he goes right to work.
If you compare my cut with others' cuts, was huge. And people always prefer to pass after the third round and go to the cards, for that decision. And I prefer to still stay fighting.
The showdown with Pacquiao is the second fight Cotto will be teaming with Joe Santiago, his trainer, after a strenuous relationship with his uncle and original trainer, Evangelista, came to an end. Santiago made the move from assistant to head trainer.
No, working with Joe, it's not new for us. Joe's been in the group for the last 12, 14 years. We have more communication between us, and everything in the group runs better.
Although Cotto was too busy in the ring against Joshua Cotto to see him, his future opponent was sitting ringside that night.
Glory, it's a good fight. That was a good fight. And I saw some weakness of Miguel Cotto, but I won't tell you that because